If a man said these things I'm about to say, he'd be crucified. But I'm a woman, so let's talk. All you hear about is toxic masculinity, but what about toxic femininity? It gets glamorized. Modern feminism has taught women to be exactly everything that they hate in men. Emotionally unavailable, selfish, prideful, lack of accountability. I mean, y'all already know accountability is like a woman's kryptonite, and I could say that wholeheartedly because I've been that woman. Men are taught, step up, be leaders, be men, be protectors, be providers. And then it's like women are told you deserve more, no matter how you act. I mean, we say we want accountability, unless it's only for men. And if the woman's the problem, we just call it trauma. Be patient with her. It's trauma. If a man is considered the problem, we call it abuse. Now, I'm not saying some of that is not true in some cases, so don't flip my word. And I'm sorry, ladies, but the toxic dating culture is not trash because of men. It's trash because people nowadays lack conviction, they lack integrity. I mean, y'all wanted equality until it came with consequences. Y'all have a blessed day. Jesus is king.
I don't think women fully understand the power that their touch has on their husband. Last night, my husband and I were just sitting on the couch, and I looked at him and said, "Let's go to bed. Let me hold you." Maybe I said with our clothes off too. That part's optional, but recommended. We got in bed and I started rubbing my hands over his neck, his shoulders, and I could just feel it. The weight, the stress, the pure exhaustion just slowly start to melt away under my hands. For just that little bit of time, he finally relaxed. He didn't have to carry it all. In that moment, I carried him. And that's exactly what so many men do not get enough of. And if you are a wife listening to this, do not underestimate what your hands can do. Your touch isn't just affection. It's a kind of peace only you can give him. Because a wife's hands, they are healing. And sometimes that's all your husband needs.
Downloading.
I love it when people think that I'm stupid. I love when people think that I'm stupid, because tell me why I'm at the mechanic shop and he talking about I need a Cadillac converter, but I drive a Jeep. Make it make sense. Think I'm stupid. Ladies, when y'all going down to the mechanic shops, take somebody with y'all. Your brother, your uncle, your daddy, your boyfriend, somebody. Stop going to these mechanic shops by yourselves, because they know we don't know anything about cars. So they trying to give us any type of services we don't even need. Outrageous prices. Because I don't understand. Make it make sense. A Cadillac converter. I don't even have a Cadillac. A Jeep converter, maybe. They think we stupid, ladies. Don't let these mechanics play in your face. And it be the shade tree ones all the way down to the dealerships. They all try to play in our faces. So next time, when I go get my car fixed, best believe I'm going to have somebody with me, because I'm not playing with these people today. I'm not playing with these people. They think they got me, but they ain't got me.
For me, my husband should make sure that if anything was to happen, we're just not going to be out on the streets.
Right. You said if he wanted to go higher, would you be okay if he didn't want to? I would not.
No. I think that's a great question.
I'm not that
You got to be real with yourself. Everybody doesn't have the capacity to go higher.
That's true.
And that does not make him a bad man.
It just makes him not the right one for me.
Okay. Yeah. And I can receive that. Yeah. But on the opposite side with that, we also got to say we okay with being single. Because
trade-offs.
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry. That's just the real part, because what if he just enjoys being a school teacher? He likes going to work 7 to 4, having his summers off, and that's what he likes. Is that okay?
It's not okay for me.
Okay.
I know that I'm driven. I know that I want to go somewhere, and I have a big vision and things that I'm working on. So we just would not be compatible.
And that's fair.
You think about athletes. A world-class athlete is not competing on a local level. That prize to them means absolutely nothing, right? And so if you think about that in dating sense, like, I want the man who I also see as a prize. So the man who doesn't see anything more than where he is now, mentally we won't be okay together, because I'm going to try to push you and you're going to want to stay where you are, that's not growth to me.
Right.
So there's a low baseline that I'll never be okay with.
I think I'm okay with this. What I do worry about sometimes is women saying, I want to be able to push my man and challenge my man and do all these things. But then when a man tries to challenge them in reverse, then it's a problem. I don't want you to tell me what to do. I don't want you to tell me how to act. Don't talk to me that way. That whole thing, you know, and a lot of men don't want to deal with that type of stuff.
I just had a conversation with a man. He said, tell me about yourself. I want to know about you. I said, it's best to probably ask me a question and I can respond. Ask me something specific and I'll respond. He goes, name 3 things you can do to keep your man happy. So you have a good evening. I can tell that we're not compatible. Be blessed.
If you're arguing with your girl and she says, so basically you're saying, just know she's about to twist every word you said.
Women's struggle is that women are poor assessors and judgment callers around what is achievable.
Very true.
You can want whatever you want as a woman. That's your right. But that doesn't mean that that's achievable for your husband.
Yeah.
And you fail to process whether or not he could. You set a goal that he would never hit the mark on. And never made the agreement that he would, never said that he would.
Tell the truth.
Not even in the way that you have imagined it, because it goes back to the first question, which is, did we have a conversation about it and share ideas, or did we communicate that this is how things were going forward? It wasn't communicated. Absolutely. An idea was said. He said, okay. He said, okay, because he was watching the football game and he wanted to get back to it. So he said, okay. You thought that he co-signed. He didn't. You bring it back up. He has no idea what you're talking about. It's irrelevant to him. Doesn't know why he should do it. And what is the return of the investment? If I should do this, and then what? Because the last 12, 14 things that you did, you haven't acknowledged them. You haven't esteemed me. You haven't made a big deal out of it. I didn't get extra kitty. I didn't get extra sleep. I didn't get... So what are we doing here?
Tell me, now you play it.
Okay, y'all, this is a public announcement. Girls and cars are the same exact thing, all right? And I'm gonna break it down to you like this. You see when you go in car shopping, right? And you kind of want to get that foreign. You're like, damn, that shit look hot. That shit look good. But then you look into the maintenance and you're like, whoa, I can't afford that. I can't afford that. Same exact thing applies to girls, okay? Some girls are too up here, and when you get with them, you're like, oh, no, you asking for too much. Oh, no, this, that, and the third. Like, what you think I am? No. You should have got that Honda. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm putting out? The Honda's still cute. It still do the same thing, but it's more in your bracket. You know what I'm saying? It's in your bracket. All right? You getting it? All right.
But these foreign cars be breaking down. And they say things like Toyotas and Hondas last quite a long time. Some people trick out their Hondas. Hondas look very, very good. What you can do, first of all, a Honda is not a bad looking car. Second of all, you can take that Honda, which is not a bad looking car, and put a little bit more work into it and really elevate it. So that Honda that looked pretty good now looks really good after some work and some care put into it. And that's a new Honda. That's an older Honda. Imagine if you get a new Honda and you put that work into it. So it's coming off the lot, shiny and new. You put a little, sometimes you don't have to do anything to it. You take it off the lot, you do a little bit to it. Man, looks great. Looks fantastic. What you guys are saying is, well, I'm a foreign. With the way y'all be handling yourselves, you're a older model of a foreign. Old technology, outdated technology, bald tires, engines gone out, transmission is not shifting properly, too many miles, paint job is faded away, bumper is falling off, that sort of thing. So no, I'm not going to be paying a high price for something that is not that great.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women require a man to take care of their financial needs, but they cannot meet a man's needs, and his needs are actually free. He wants you to give him a lot of love, respect, loyalty, affection, attention, appreciation, take some accountability, know how to say I'm sorry, listen to him whenever he speaks, and to provide a safe space for him. And you can't meet any of these free requirements that actually just take a little bit extra time and attention from you. But you expect for him to provide for you financially in every way possible. You want him to take care of your hair, your nails, get you a new car, pay your rent, make sure all your bills is paid, do all the little experiences that you want to do, take you to a 5-star restaurant. And not for nothing, a lot of people can't even name a 5-star restaurant, but you want him to find one and take you there and pay that bill, and you can't meet his needs, and his needs are free of charge. Why would he continue to meet your financial needs if you can't take care of his needs, whenever it literally will cost you nothing out of pocket? It's just a little bit of your time, a little bit of your appreciation, and getting to know that man and being able to provide his needs that are actually free.
Want to know what's crazy though?
That's crazy.
Those women that care and watch how much money you spend and how much money you spending on them, they don't like you. Because a woman that likes you don't want you to spend all your money, because she's mindful of the union and the partnership that y'all are building.
There it is.
If that woman is like, ooh, like women that are like, ooh, I need to get my hair and my nails done. Why is your hair and your nails not already done? This should be a lifestyle. Like, if you literally, it's one thing to be like, oh yeah, because, you know, I have an appointment from here, I'm going to get my hair done. It's one thing to be like, oh yeah, I have my hair appointment. I have zero expectation for a man to be like, oh, here you go, you gotta, no. Now, if it happens, I love that for me, but it's not an expectation because it doesn't need to be. So I personally feel like us ladies, we gotta get it together, because it's that standard that's making men think that the transaction is okay. We hold the standard. It's all up to us at the end of the day as women, you know, and we got to stop being so doggone cheap.
Because we see the clips of like, oh, what you going to do for me? What you going to do for me? What you going to do for me?
And then women will be like, well, I took my time to get ready. That man has time too. He took time out of his day to make sure that he prepared something. Hopefully he put some effort in. It's not just going to a thing. But this is another thing too, for the ladies that are listening. We got to be mindful that men with money, I'm doing air quotes right now, men with money, or real men with money, a lot of the times what they're doing is just what they do. You are not special. So someone may think, oh my God, he flew me on a jet, or oh my God, he flew me first class, or oh my God, we went to this 5-star restaurant. Baby, that's what he does. You are not special. You insert girl here at this point, you know? So I feel like we got to get really clear on what does each side have to offer. Are you looking for a dating experience, which is fine, or are you looking for partnership in life?
There ain't been not one woman that came in here and paid for their husband or boyfriend's Father's Day cut. Any of your clients came in here and paid for their husbands or their boyfriends for the Father's Day?
No, not one.
Not one, right?
Not one, no.
All right. Hey, bro, did a lady get your Father's Day gift yet?
No.
Nothing? No. You ain't got no kids, nigga. No girls. I saw my man Los's post, and he was saying nobody been in his barbershop. So if anybody see this video in the barbershop, comment below and let us know if any of the women have been at your barbershop to pay for any of their men's haircuts. Thanks.
Because y'all be so quick to call these men who actually trying, not the deadbeat ones, who's actually trying to take care of their kids and do right by their kids. Y'all be so busy giving them a hard time and making their life miserable. But they can financially and mentally provide for these kids. If they take all of the government assistance away from you, can you do the same without the help? And the answer for a lot of women is no. You can't. You can't sustain your livelihood without the government's assistance. So instead of you acknowledging that, allowing this man to help you raise your children or your child outside of finance, outside from the financial aspect of it, allowing him to help raise a child, not provide financially for the child, help raise the child. You rather do it all by yourself because of what? What, you gonna get some extra brownie points for it? What, you want the bragging rights that my baby daddy don't da 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 da? What's up? Make it make sense, because it's not making no kind of sense to me.
What is this male loneliness epidemic nonsense? How do you think women feel that we have to deal with a whole bunch of sassy, sassy men. Men are supposed to be providers. The only thing a lot of men are providing these days are excuses and struggle. God forbid a woman has self-respect and doesn't want to deal with a man with no ambition or future. God forbid a woman doesn't want to go off that cliff with you, buddy. A man is supposed to lead and provide. Shut your dumb ass up.
You realize women are basically children. Your life gets so much easier because you go from treating them as an equal to treating them as a child because they whine, they complain, they're very emotional. And when you have that dynamic, things go smoother. When you treat them equally and rationally and logically, things go bad.
So apparently rich men are saying that dating is too expensive in 2025 and women have too many demands. The rapper The Game is saying, fellas, stay single unless you're ready for the every 2 week bare minimum, which is a grand total of over $3,100 every 2 weeks for lashes, hair, nails, toes, makeup, little lunch money, not big lunch money, drinks with her homegirls, her little Aloe, Lulu, and Labubu. And this is still not including her little rent, her pet groomers, her car note, and her bill. Help. That's an estimated total of $10,000. So my question to you all is, are women high maintenance or are men just unprepared and not as ambitious anymore? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. Are people asking for too much too soon? And if you're asking, how much is too much? How much is too little?
I mean, this looks like they're trying to charge a client or something like that. I'm billing you for these services. You're really not providing any services. Imagine paying $10,000 and getting nothing in return. That's exactly what a lot of these modern women are offering.
Don't even think about it. All right?
Think about what?
Don't even think about it. It's not happening. They tried to get my number, and I immediately said no. Go away.
Did I block you? Yes. But did you email me? Did you download Text Now? Did you really try? Telepathic? What? You're not trying. You don't care.
Do you think that I will take your family's money?
Well, I don't know. Are you going to sign that paper?
I know her very well, and my daughter is not a gold digger.
Yes, she is.
And if that's the opinion that you guys have of her, then maybe she shouldn't get married.
Then that's fine.
I'm trying to understand why everyone's having such a tough time with just this prenup talk.
So you got some influence.
It's complete insanity. I'm not in it for the money. I love Sean, and I want to marry the love of my life. But Emilio's standing in the way of this. We made a decision as a couple that we're not doing a prenup.
Well, if I don't come to the wedding?
Come on, then. You're my dad. She's my future wife. I want you both happy.
I'll be happy if she signs that document.
She.
If my dad doesn't show up at the wedding, it's going to be devastating. It's the most important time of my life. He's my father. I need him to be there.
You should just let us be happy and let us do what we want.
We'll see.
Really? So the dad is trying to protect him, and instead of listening and looking at reality, the modern world, he's literally saying, well, she's my future wife. It's like, are you stupid or what? You must be one of those special type of stupid, because it's happening everywhere. These women, they don't want to sign the prenup because they want to take half your shit.
You could ask a man for nothing and he still wouldn't have it. Who said that? Who said that?
So men, I need you guys to stop molding women who do not want to be molded. Yep. So here's what a lot of women know. A lot of women know that men tend to fall a lot harder when it comes to being in love with a woman, right? So if a woman can get you to fall in love with her, she knows that she has almost like control over you, right? Because women can fall in love 2, 3, 4 times a year, whereas men don't really fall in love like that. So when they actually do really fall in love, right,
They tend to stay in situations that do not best serve them because they want to fix the situation. Because you guys are natural fixers. You guys want to resolve issues, right? You're very solution based. It's just in a man's DNA. But women will use this against you and literally manipulate you into staying into relationships that do not best serve you. And what will happen is you'll be trying to fix this woman. You'll be trying to mold her into what you want her to be. And you'll keep on trying to fit a circle into a square. It's never going to work. So my advice to you guys, men, let's normalize actually getting a woman who has the qualities that we want and then working with that instead of trying to mold, force, and fix a woman into what you actually want. It's slim pickings out here, but guess what? There still are some good women, and make sure you value yourself enough to get with one of them.
My wife told her friends she settled for me. We have a perfect marriage. We've been together for 9 years, married for 4. We rarely fight. We're often intimate. We go out on date nights, send memes to each other, the works. Recently, we got news that her ex-boyfriend overdosed and passed away. Now, my wife has no connection to him, so we expressed our condolences to his family over text and nothing more.
You thought it was nothing more. But maybe you might be wrong.
She often goes out with her friends, and I always let her. I have no problem with it because I used to trust her 100%. I had to work late, so I told my wife that if she wants, she can call her friends over to our place since I wouldn't be around. Well, the rains were heavy and our office was told to leave early because some light flooding was taking place on the roads. I reached home and I could tell her friends were there, so I quietly went to our room unnoticed. Everyone was speaking quite loudly though, so I could hear a lot. And the ex-boyfriend came up in conversation. My wife said that 4 years into our relationship, she got a call from her ex-boyfriend, who lived in a trailer, offering to help her see the world. She said she had a bag packed and was ready to leave, but in the end decided not to and settled for the stability that I was giving her. I didn't know about any of this. She never told me, and she says that apparently she settled for me. One of her friends asked her if she ever regretted her choice. She said that she used to, but not recently. I guess that's it, right? I'm not unstable enough for her to be attracted to me. She has to settle for someone like me. That one word just keeps revolving in my head. I slipped out of the house and went to a cafe to gather my thoughts, but got a call from her asking me where I was. That I was due home half an hour ago. I went back and she greeted me with a hug and a kiss as always, but I wasn't really into it, and she asked me why my mood was off. I mumbled something like stress from work and went to bed, skipping dinner and our usual alone time. Except I couldn't sleep. I woke up a few hours later into the night and sat in the balcony just thinking about how I'm not good enough for her.
Sat in the balcony. Sat out. The balcony. The balcony. Modern women. I don't know how many houses actually have a balcony. Now, I'm not saying that they're rich. I'm not saying that they got all the money in the world. I'm just saying, well, maybe they're in an apartment. Maybe, I don't know. It could be the case. I'm just saying, you're not hurting. You're not stressful. There is stability. Modern women.
About how I'm sure she doesn't love me. I know she at least loves me a little, but even for that, I have no guarantee. It's the next day now. I didn't sleep much last night, and wife's still asleep. I didn't tell anyone anything about what she said because I just can't. What do I do here, guys? Should I even talk to her? Divorce? ? Is there any hope for us moving forward? Does she even want to move forward? I don't know. I'm sorry for how jumbled up this is. My head is not really in the right place now. I gotta say, communication, girl.
I'm not sure what to tell you, boss man. I don't want to say divorce, but whew, that's a shot to the gut. I can understand why. Essentially what he's trying to do is he's trying to figure out a way to bring it up. But if you overhear that, what do you say? Like, what do you do? Like, your heart's just not going to be in it. You might try to power through it. You might try to, no, she didn't mean that. You might try to talk yourself out of the fact that she did say that. You did hear that. But man, I didn't put so much time in, and to come back and think that she didn't even want me. Dang. You hear that? What argument can be made for why men should come back and start approaching women after you hear something like that, as to why men should marry women?
And then let me get this right. So a man has to come in and take care of all of his problems. And all of his problems means the car note, the car insurance, his mortgage, his rent, the HOA fees, his health insurance, the dental insurance, all the little fees that he has to pay throughout, everything else, right? So he's expected to come in, pay all that, come into your world and take over all your bills that you have been taking care of by yourself, right? What does he get out of it? How does he benefit? I'm so tired of seeing women talk about, I need a man that makes 6 figures. Do you have a 6-figure mindset? Do you have a 6-figure heart? Do you have a 6-figure patience zone? Like, do you have a 6-figure safety zone? Can the man be safe with you? Can he be vulnerable with you? Can the man bring you his seed and knowing that his child is in the best hands necessary? I'm so sick of people saying, oh yeah, I raise my children. You feed, you clothe, and you water them, and you provide them shelter. That is not raising a child. That is maintaining a child. I do the same thing with my animals. I give them food, water, clothes, and shelter. Can he bring you his seed and you teach his seed, teach his children love, life, understanding, peace, integrity, forgiveness, patience, who and what God is, health, how to balance their finances, their education level. Let's not just send our children to school and think that they're going to teach them the right way. Are you teaching them in your home? Can he bring you this? Woo!
I really messed up last night because my boyfriend had asked me, why do you love me? So I knew it was like serious. Like I needed to give him a really, really good answer to make him feel like so validated for being just such an amazing addition to my life. You make me feel safe, comfortable, and at home. And that's what I told him. And I could just see his face fall. And he goes, so you don't love me. You just love having a boyfriend. And I'm like, no. And it takes so much for me to like actually feel comfortable and just being myself with other people. And the fact that he is able to do that for me and just let me relax and be myself and just accept me for who I am is so profound. Like,
you ask her this why she love you, she gonna start naming everything you do for her. She gonna start naming it. She gonna start pulling shit out her ass. What you do for her? She ain't gonna say cause you as a person, I like you as a person, I love you as a person, and you this and you that. No, it's what you do for the bitch. If you don't do shit for the bitch, she don't love you, gang.
Her boyfriend was absolutely right to say that you don't love me, you just love having a boyfriend. And everything that she said about why she loves him, never did she give a you statement. I love you because you're so such and such. She didn't give a single reason why she loved him being separate from her, right? It was always a me statement. Because you do this for me, because you allow me to feel this way, you allow me. If she was to give statements as to why she loves him, it would be because you statements, because you're so kind, because you're so thoughtful, because you're not self-serving, because you are very considerate, you're driven, you get it, so on and so forth, because you. Why do I love you? Because you. Instead it was why do I love you? Because me. You don't love him. Maybe you do love him. I'm not going to say that you don't. But everything you listed is indicative of you not loving him, but loving the way that he loves you, right? Because I'm sure if he flipped it around, it was like, the reason I love you is because you cook me food and you do my laundry and you take care of my dog sometimes. That doesn't feel like he's saying he loves you very much, does it? This is precisely why, hang with me for a second. This is precisely why women initiate most divorces, because they'll say, I fell out of love. You fell out of love. No, it's because he stopped making you feel good in these certain things for a certain amount of time, right? When you love someone, you love them because of who they are, not because of what they're doing for you. Okay? You fall in love with him because of the man he is, not because of the things he does for you and how he makes you feel, right? Like that statement, oh, I just fell out of love. It's never made sense to me because what do you mean? Love is a choice. You don't fall out of love. You fall out of limerence. You fall out of infatuation. But to fall out of love, you fell in love with the man he is, not because of how he's making you feel.
Does anybody else think that it's odd that we teach our daughters what to expect from men but not how to treat them? And we teach our sons how to treat women but not what to expect from them? I've got a son and I do not want him to grow up in a world where he's expected to treat women well, but he has absolutely zero expectations of how those women are supposed to treat him. We need to be treating our sons and daughters equally so that our daughters grow up expecting to be treated well, but so do our sons. It really scares me to think that my son might grow up, move out of this house and no longer receive the love that he deserves.
It's a really good point, man. These modern women are not ready to work. They're not ready to do the dirty work in a relationship. They're not ready to stick around. They're not ready to hunker down and figure it out. They're just not ready to do it. They don't want to do it. They don't feel like they should have to. They feel like they should be able to receive. Everything should come naturally. Everything should come easy to them. All that other nonsense. And a man has said, no, we can't do that. We got to work. We got to work. I'm telling you, we have to work. And modern.
So your husband walks in. What is the first thing that he sees and what is the first thing that you do?
I'm looking good and I ask him, what are we eating tonight?
You don't have food on the table?
I don't know, but we're going out to eat.
Wait, you don't have food? You didn't cook? You were home all day. Remember, you're a stay-at-home wife. He's working for you.
I look good. He looks at me. I look good, and then we go out to eat.
What?
Whatever he wants, because he has money. We can just buy food. What's the problem?
No, wait. You don't actually think like that, do you?
I'm so serious. What's the problem? That's why they have restaurants, right?
Wait, your job is to stay home. He is giving you that privilege, that lifestyle of being at home with no job, and your job is to cook.
He wanted me to stay home, and I said okay. But if I wanted to work, I could work. I can make money too. I just don't because he doesn't want me to.
Okay, so do you spoil him? What gifts do you give him?
He gets me. I keep trying to tell you, I look good.
What do you give him though? Your money, the money that you have. Like, what do you spend him?
His money is our money. My money is my money.
Stop. So you have a son, right? He doesn't make 100K by the time he's 25.
He better.
That's what you're
I'm
gonna
his
tell
mom.
him?
He's going to make 100K by the time he's 25. I'm his mom.
But you're going to tell him that?
I'm going to make sure of it.
So, but if he doesn't make 100K, he's what, like worthless or something?
Absolutely not. He's my son.
But so then someone else's son that you're trying to date doesn't make 100K, so he's worthless.
To me, sure.
Wait, you cannot be a mom. You're not ready.
He will meet someone that will love him. But for me and my ones, I don't want someone who makes under 100K. That's just what it is. So my son would learn that he has to level up if he wants a woman like me.
So you think you deserve like everything and you don't give anything? You deserve it all. You're just Miss Little Perfect. You deserve everything. You don't need to cook. You don't need to clean. You don't need to like take care of his needs. Give it to him whenever he wants.
It's a privilege for my husband to be married to him.
You're not gonna.
That's
give it to
what
him.
he got.
You're not gonna give it to him whenever he wants.
Not whenever he wants. I'll give it to him, but not whenever he wants.
It needs to be whenever he wants. It needs
he
to be
got
whenever.
me. I am the prize. I am his beautiful trophy wife, and that's all he ever needed.
No. See, if it were
we can hire cleaners, we can we can go to the restaurant to eat. We don't need anything else.
Wait, no. If it were me, he can get it whenever.
That's good for you, babes. But are you going on trips?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
just watch these women. Every time I consider getting married, I see this. Before, after. Before, after. So, what's up, y'all? With all due respect, I know that everything I'm about to say is going to hit a nerve, and it's not to attack any woman or to make you feel belittled or to shame you, but I'm going to give you two different perspectives. And again, it's my opinion. It doesn't mean I'm the god of the world. If you don't like this, then don't watch it. It's simple. If you think I'm egotistical, if you think I'm judging, whatever, fine. As somebody who works out, I will never be with a man who won't allow me to work out or won't allow me to be the woman that I was that he got with. One of the things a lot of women have is codependency issues. You know how I know this? Because I've seen women in the flesh and I see how they get when they get a man. There's two types of women. There's the woman that still focuses on herself, still does what she's supposed to do, well alongside taking care of her husband. Then you have the other woman that's so consumed in a man, she's watching his likes, she's watching his follow history, she's watching everything he does. She has to be up his butt 24/7. And I've seen this. And one of the things you stop doing is when you are codependent or you have an anxious attachment style, you tend to cling on your partner. And what do? Forget about yourself and your needs. Your wants and your needs go out the window because he matters the most. This is the reason why they say do not make a man your whole identity. There's nothing wrong with doing things for a man, loving him, cooking for him, considering him, taking care of him. But now when you start losing yourself in the process, that's how you know you're in the wrong relationship. Your man and your woman, this goes for both, should always encourage you to be a better person. This is not marriage. This is toxicity. A lot of you guys get with the wrong man and you stay. And granted, there are some men who reveal themselves as a sweet damsel in distress. I'm going to help you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to do everything you never had. And then boom, you see their true colors. But this is why I truly believe you should talk to somebody for a good amount of time before you move in with them. You should talk with somebody for a good amount of time before you get married to them. A lot of y'all will get with these guys too soon and then be upset at the world at what happens. I'm very big on accountability. And there's a reason why I don't talk about previous partners in a negative light, because I sat in those relationships longer than I should have been. And I knew exactly I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have been there. And I don't even want to hear, have you ever let yourself go? No, I haven't. I've definitely been sad. I've definitely been depressed. I've definitely not been okay mentally, but I didn't stop working out. I didn't stop doing certain things because like I said, when you let yourself go like this, not only is it going to be hard on you, it's going to be worse and detrimental on your relationship. And a lot of the times, I'm sorry, women will say they blame men for this type of stuff. How? If you women are super great with this type of stuff, like every woman can name all the things about a narcissist, how come you guys keep running into them then? It should only take one toxic relationship, and after that, are we going to keep blaming every guy we get with? No. Now, if this is your first relationship, totally understand. But again, looking at this video and these pictures, it seems like you guys stop working out, you don't have makeup on, you don't do your hair no more. And I don't want to hear it, y'all. I do have friends that have kids. They all work out. They all still look good. I'm sorry, I don't want to show my friends because some of them don't like social media. But I have a lot of my homegirls that work out. Like even one of my friends' moms, she looks like freaking, what's that lady's name? Salma Hayek, but a Colombian version. My friend's mom is Snatch and she had 3 kids. And again, I truly believe that when you're in the wrong relationship, you can change. You really can change. But again, I'm not blaming this on women or men. The thing I think a lot of women need to start doing is vetting men out properly. We all have, even myself, picked a guy that we thought was the world for us. But the problem with us is we stay. The problem, and you have to be accountable with these things, because ladies, I'm even with myself, we stay in situations too long. And then I hate hearing the, oh, he made me crazy, he made me. Nobody did. When somebody shows you their true self and you stay, you are no longer a victim. That's like if a guy smacks me and knocks my glasses off and it first happens, I'm a victim. I could easily leave, get help, talk to somebody and move on. And yes, I've been in a DV situation, so I don't want to hear it. Now, if I stay in that, I'm actively volunteering. And I know that you're not supposed to just bounce out of relationships. But if this man is abusing you, hurting you, gaslighting you, you don't feel happy, and it's consistently like this with no love in the home, why are we sticking around until we are a whole different person? And I'm only saying this because I care about women's mental health, and I don't want you guys to take your lives, feel unworthy, and don't feel beautiful and all that stuff. I hope you know, ladies, you can be in a relationship where you don't have to mother a man. You could be in a relationship and still work out. You can be in a relationship and still do what you have to. Please don't stay in these situations too long, because the last thing I ever want for any one of you is to go through situations like this. This is sad, y'all. I'm not making fun of any woman. I'm not shaming any woman. I do understand what it feels like to be in a wrong relationship, but I am not letting myself go. The moment I get with a partner where he's like, you can't go to the gym, you're not gonna this, and there are men like that. I know a lot of men don't want to believe this because maybe you're a good set of men, but there are men out here that literally, they'll get with you and then they'll get mad at you. Why are you putting on makeup? Why are you this? Why are you that? Why are you that? Thinking that you're doing it for other people. And then you know what's even crazier? Once she stops looking like that, you get upset at her. Men will always complain about, oh, don't go to the, and men do this, not gym goer men, regular men do this. What are you in the gym for? Why are you with guys in the gym? I'm telling you from experience. That's why I said I would leave a guy that doesn't let me go to the gym. I don't date men anymore that don't go to the gym because of this reason. They don't understand why I want to be in the gym for 3 hours or 2.5 hours. Sorry, bud, I'm taking my time. So let your woman have her time to herself so she can work out and do the things that she needs to. And I highly suggest, if you guys are married and you have children, after she recovers from her postpartum and all that, please, men, take care of her. Let that woman go out at least a couple times of the week so she can enjoy herself. And I don't mean clubbing and partying. Pay for her to go out to dinner. Pay for her to go to a wine class with her friends. Maybe a little dance class. Pay for her to just go have a spa day. Take care of these women. Don't let them sit here and fall. You're the leader, right? So why aren't we leading by example and making sure our women stay 10 toes down? I'm sorry, I could not be a dude and let my girlfriend not care about herself. Now, I'm not going to force the gym down your throat, but if you don't like your body and you hate things about yourself and you're insecure, I'm going to the gym with you. I'm encouraging you to go to the gym because I already know myself, who struggle with mental health issues. The gym is essential for this. The gym helps with mental health issues. It helps you feel a lot more confident. You'll wear clothes you never worn before, and you feel so much more happy because now you have dopamine, serotonin running through your body. Everybody needs at least 30 minutes of exercise. There's countries out here, y'all, that when you're depressed or you're going through stuff, they tell you to work out. I don't know what it is about America that keeps telling people body positivity, and I don't mean that rudely, but look where it gets you in the end. You guys don't even like the way you look when things like this happen. Like I said, if you are with a man or a woman and they're hindering your growth or making you small, you need to leave them. That is not a person for you. I would much rather have a person go out and go to the gym than to go out clubbing and partying. And if my partner tells me, hey, babe, I need some space to unwind from the kids, or I need some space, I would do that because I already know how overwhelmed and overstimulated I get with certain things. Take care of your wives. Take care of your husbands. Ladies, please. We need to stay away from men like this. If this man is draining you, if this man's treating you like crap, not making you feel beautiful, you gotta go. Because like I said, for me, I want to work out the entire time while I have children and while I'm pregnant and all that. And again, I have so many friends who go to the gym, work out, and they had kids. So I'm sorry, in my life, I don't want that. If you guys want to do that and not work out after you have kids, by all means do that. But I've literally watched women make home gyms in their house. I've watched women take their kids hiking with them, walk with their kids. I even had a homegirl that I would watch her all the time. She'd carry her baby in the little thing while she was walking on a treadmill because she couldn't lift heavy yet because she just had a baby, but she was still walking on a treadmill, and she was still doing that, you guys, at her apartment gym and walking around all the time and still doing that. Yes, it's a little bit harder because you have a baby, and I do understand that, but again, you have to take care of you. If you don't take care of you, you can't show up for your kids or your partner. So I hope this didn't come off disrespectful. I don't hate women. I'm not misogynistic. It's just I really want women to adjust their crowns, realize how much they're worth, and stop staying with these fucking men that don't treat you right. The more and more we keep tolerating men like this, the more and more they're going to keep degrading us. I wish a lot of us had more of a backbone and just leave these motherfuckers in the dust when they did the first thing. When they first talked to a girl, they first cheated, they first did things. And a lot of times people think they're not going to find a good partner. But what's the point of staying with a man who's going to use, abuse you, and have you looking like this? You're not even happy, so you might as well be by yourself, and you're going to be miserable regardless. In your mindset, you will be happy though. You will be happy, I promise you. Pray, find God, go to the gym, eat, repeat, and do the same thing. And do not be with people who aren't going to motivate you to be better. Make sure the circle you have around you is solid. Write all the things down you want in a partner before you get one. Don't just get with any man because you're lonely or bored. I'm starting to think a lot of you guys get with the people that we're not vetting them out properly. Leave them, I'm telling you now.
I mean, if you run into one, okay, I couldn't see the signs. But then you run into two, okay, man, I'm getting a little bit better. You run into three, all right. We're having a little bit of problem, but okay. Modern women have had, by their own admission, multiple relationships with toxic men, multiple relationships with narcissistic men, and somehow, some way, they still continue to be in those relationships. They still getting into them, into their 30s, into their 40s. What's wrong with the men? How come I can't find a man to do this? How come I can't find a man to do that? How come, they just bamboozled me. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. That's what you wanted to do, and you did it. I mean, straight up. That's the stuff that you wanted to get into, and you did it. Period. End of story. And you're trying to blame a man for stuff that you wanted to be a part of. It's not a man's fault that you got yourself into something that you should not have been in. Like I said, I can see once, twice, maybe even 3 times. But y'all keep on running after the same guy over and over again. Maybe he don't look the same. Maybe, he's a little bit taller. Maybe he's a little bit shorter. Oh, don't go for the short kings either because, they do you wrong as well. Maybe he's a little bit older. Maybe he's a little bit young. It don't matter their age. They all the same. No. You keep on running into the same guy because you keep on trying to balance. And that's what it is. Y'all keep on trying to balance wanting a little bit of toxicity. That's why y'all keep on running into the same relationships. Well, what do you mean? What I mean is, let's say, for instance, that first one, he's full out. He full blown toxic. Just toxic. He's a terrible dude. Oh, shoot. I don't want that anymore. Wow. That was too, yeah, girl, you don't want that no more. Okay. So I'm going to kind of calibrate. I'm going to turn it down just a notch. Maybe 10% when you should really turn it down to about maybe 50%. If I give you a little bit of leeway, you turn it down. You turn it down 5%. And then that next one comes, you turn it down 5%. I'm never doing this again. I'm never doing that again. Turn it down. You keep on turning it down. Little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. But you keep on, that's how you keep on going through all those relationships, because you're not making enough of an improvement to stop running into that same man over and over again. And you get mad, but it's your fault you keep on running into that same man. After a certain point in time, you got to stop saying, well, this is what happened when you get with a man. The before and after. The before and the after is you. Both of them are you. There are some situations where, yeah, that brother did something he shouldn't have been doing. He was acting weird. Yeah, for sure. But some of that stuff, you got to take advantage of. Or you got to take accountability for. Because y'all be getting in there and y'all don't be doing what you're supposed to be doing. Period. End of story. You don't. And you want to try to blame everybody else for what you wasn't doing in the first place. You wasn't doing that. You not really like that. Stop trying to blame everybody else for your problem.